Welcome to GoldenSaucer.net podcast, episode 264, May 28th. I'm Joey.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Wesley.
That's Wesley. That
Yay, that one.
Although last time I pointed where he was on my screen, but he was actually over here.
He's in the middle. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
So I'm gonna do some of this.
And if Alf comes in, then Wesley will be over here, and then Alf will be over there.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll have to move the names around, and it'll be annoying.
That's why I got him. All right, so what's up, boys?
How
have you been?
I've been
quarantine beard day 90.
I got like this nice gray patch coming in nicely.
I hate to tell you this, Joey.
I know. It's always been there.
That patch came in a while ago.
Oh man, you gotta see this shit. Hold on. Look at this.
Oh man, I'm about to see Joey's asshole again.
Look at this.
The best part is he just didn't hear that joke. You can just say whatever you want right now. Oh, crap.
It's me, your buddy.
Slade.
You guys want to go to the cemetery?
Go to the cemetery. You should put it all in a one down the middle so you can look like the Misfits.
Damn it. Maybe.
Oh, he's actually gonna do it.
You guys want to buy my album?
Wow. What a greasy man you are.
What?
No thanks. I make my own.
Yeah. The best part is it's underneath my glasses.
One for everything.
I do. I have a Futurama reference for almost any given situation.
It's getting there. They have quite a few.
Are they still making them?
Oh, I'm God, they're not.
You have a finite number.
But it's like the Simpsons and South Park. They've been around long enough that it's just cyclical. It's just cyclical.
Yeah. It's fine because Futurama's set in year 3000. What up, Finn? So we got some time.
Yeah, a few more years. 300 big boys. That's happened twice now.
We've gotten a presidential stimulus. Tricky Dick Fun Bucks.
No more cheap crack for me.
Crack mansion.
A crack mansion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Wesley, you weren't here, but I found these. You may want them now that you're not doing a fucking video flipped.
Where are they?
Well, there's a little surprise.
Ooh, a little show and tell on the audio-visual podcast? Oh, really?
No, they're fucking shitty coasters, yeah.
Okay. You see Silent Hill got a partner with Dead by Daylight.
Well, I mean, just shit all over my news, Wesley.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
Well, we can talk
we'll
about
get
it.
there.
I mean, normally the show is, we talk a little bit, we do what the fuck you been playing, the news, and then we get out of here, but... let's freewheel it. Yes, I did see that. Dead by Daylight, a game that I was for sure dead, still getting updates, and Silent Hill being one of them.
Which is impressive because Konami just hasn't.
That just seems like one of the things that could breathe a little bit of life into that franchise.
Because after the split, right? They hadn't put out any Silent Hill stuff.
Yeah, you get a new killer, which is the Executioner, a new survival, which is Cheryl Mason.
I thought you said nuclear.
Nuclear.
Well, that's not a word, but yes.
I'll just let you know that is one of my mom's biggest pet peeves.
Nuclear
is nuclear because of her job of nuclear medicine. If she hears people say nuclear, it tilts her off the face of the planet. So a little hidden, little kryptonite there for you.
Tell your mom I'm sorry. Words just fall out of my mouth without meaning.
My mother's the nicest person in the world. You're going to do that to her?
No, I would not do it purposely. I'm just saying if I fuck it up. It's kind of like
you also just almost told us to do it.
Yeah. Now it's in my mind, in the don't fuck up. Don't say so. Don't sleep with your wife. Don't sleep with your wife.
Don't say. Do it, your son.
See, our quotes everything.
I've watched too much Adult Swim.
It's worse for me now. It's worse for me now.
Mr. Pickles.
Yo,
he's a good boy.
Yeah, do we really want to talk Animal Crossing? I don't want to.
I've officially crossed past the point of enjoyment currently.
Really?
Until the next major update, I'm on the daily grind of talk to my 10 villagers, dig up my 4 fossils, pick up the weeds, and
you don't have a full whatever yet. A full museum, yeah.
Museum's done except for paintings.
Then why are you digging up the fossils? To sell them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so here's the thing too. A lot of sort of the last stretch of me playing Animal Crossing, like for like designing my island and all that stuff, was actually I was playing basically in tandem with my mom. Mm-hmm. She was helping to design stuff and tell me where to put stuff, and she had this sneaky plan where my brother, who's in Maine and has been, he's working at the university now, but obviously he's been in quarantine for just as long as we have, and only it's Maine, so it's awful. Awfuler than it is here.
Why would you? I feel like you would just want to stay inside in Maine.
Yeah, there's nothing to see.
Yeah, right.
You're like, I want to go to the rocky
nothing to
beach.
do, nothing to see. No reason not to take the back street. Some cat butthole on the stream. So because of that, my mom had this sneaky plan where like I was going to tell her she should get a Switch to make her own Animal Crossing, and she was like, "Okay, I'll play it for like a week, and then I'll send it to my older brother Shelby. That way he actually has a Switch because it seems like something he'd be into." But she's ended up just falling in love with it, and she has just been enjoying the crap out of her own Animal Crossing.
Did you get a Switch or a Switch Lite?
Switch Lite. MSRP.
Yeah, I mean, there was literally yesterday. There was literally a Switch restocking all the WalMarts.
Oh, really? No, we pulled it off eBay for $260 for a Switch Lite and a physical copy of Animal Crossing.
It's fine.
And I was like, yeah, done. Free shipping?
You probably did better because you didn't pay tax.
Yeah.
Because the vendor was out of state.
So I've been sort of my enjoyment of Animal Crossing now comes from seeing my mom just play and enjoy video games, really.
I mean, it's a really chill game, and it's really like the only thing that could go wrong is you fuck up, and then like cost you
a day. Yeah.
And she's rolled credits on it, and she's now gotten to the point where she just has terraforming. Like,
I finally finished it last week, a week before last, but like it was one of the things where I don't like having villagers because they're in the way of like. no, hear me out here, like so. Like, if you're trying to get 5 stars, you need all 10...
sorry, Joey. Are animals annoying you?
No. So, like, if you're trying to get all 5 stars, you have to have all 10 villagers and all that other stuff. But, correct. Like, to unlock the terraforming and stuff like that, you have to get KK Slider to show up, and to get KK Slider to show up, you need at least 3 stars. So they won't give you 3... I was trying my best to get 3 stars without getting a 6th villager. But there's just no way. You have to have the 6th villager. I think it's actually coded that way. So I gave up.
It's mandatory.
I gave up and finally got the 6th villager, and then they're like, "Yeah, you got 3 stars now. You can fucking terraform." And so now, for me, I'm doing the daily terraforming of moving a house, building an incline, or building a bridge where I want it, and then fixing it. Doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so I probably have like 2 more weeks, approximately, to get the island in the positions where I want everyone, and then another week of like building stuff.
Yeah.
So I got like another month on it before I'm like basically done. And then even then I could just like start recruiting the other 4 villagers if I really want. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a lot of people's problem is like there was a very much an arms race at the beginning to get as many. Don't be showing me your villagers. There was very much an arms race at the beginning to like get to the end faster, but like they have.
But, okay.
No, I was gonna say with like the 2 hemispheres things, they've not rolled out all the events yet. So
so you have people who are time skipping who are just straight gonna miss content.
Yeah. And
then like you have people who I know of people who own 2 Switches and are playing one northern, one southern hemisphere. Mm-hmm. But it's like, time skip. Yeah, right. It's like, why are you like Animal Crossing is the most don't do that game in existence. Mm-hmm. So it's very strange.
Like I think I missed the pink mantis.
Mm-hmm.
So the orchid mantis.
Yeah, the orchid mantis.
Yeah, literally the only time I ever time skipped when I played that game was to help Wesley.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're just like, I don't got no turnips. I'm gonna just keep fast forwarding until I get a good prize.
No, Kyle is actually the luckiest duck, in which his very first campsite villager was it your first or your second campsite villager? Either way, he got Raymond just in his campsite post the initial 5. So it was Raymond's true house, and it was Raymond. Which is just, up until recently, the most sought after villager, as per the headlines going around. Of hackers.
Oh, no, I was going to say, whether did he get dethroned?
Well, no. Apparently, people, due to like the secondhand market of villagers, like people who just, because Switches have been hacked, like that just exists. Like people are just hard coding things, so people are selling items and shit. Pardon my language. And so because of that, they're like, well, we're tired of seeing Raymond being so expensive, so they are just spawning Raymonds and like getting them to boxes and just giving them away.
Yeah.
So like, but I don't care. He's still a sweet cat. I didn't care. I didn't get him because he's expensive.
I think he's cool. Smart. I think he's cool. Like he's a pretty unique kind of villager, you know. And I it's really funny because like the villager I like the I said we weren't going to talk about it. Here we are talking about it. The villager I like the most is Cookie, and she's been in almost all the games. And like
she's been since the GameCube, yeah.
Right, but see, like the thing that makes me like.
Oh, Joey, are you that kid that wrote her the love letter?
No.
She showed all your friends. Ooh.
That's funny, but
that's just one of the best green texts. I don't think that's actually even a green text, but
it might be. But it's from that site. Yeah,
I'll have to check into that. But no, I don't know. Like a lot of people talk about like especially because you can cheese it now. Like, do you when you start to like a villager, do you really like go to the extra mile to get that that villager? Like when I was playing New Leaf, I really liked Jacques, and like when he moved out, which the move out system is way better in this game, and I know a lot of people don't agree, but because like
it's a lot more controllable.
Right, exactly. That's what I like because like on the other ones,
because they're like, I want to leave, and you're like, no,
you stay here. No, because like in the other one, they would send
my island, my rules.
They would send you a letter, and if you didn't check the letter within a certain amount of time, or tell them to whatever to not leave, they would just leave. And so now they at least come up to you and like will tell you that they're going to leave.
They look grumpy, and then they're like, "Been thinking about dipping."
I've been thinking like I see you talking to everybody else, but you haven't talked to me in like 3 days, so.
So this is not true. I talk to you every day.
Clearly, you're trying to get rid of me.
I don't know. It's funny because my mom plays it very seriously. So like, almost every day she just writes her villagers letters.
I'm sorry, that's cute.
She just gives them gifts. Like, dude, they just love her. It's fantastic.
Does your mom have like the best friend chart thing that they came out with, like of how to make them your best friend?
No, I have no idea about that.
That's
also Amy's the cool thing. Like, she's not really cheesing it either. Like,
is Amy's village dope?
It's getting there. Like I said, she just got terraforming, so
I mean,
I just secretly made her show up to Chris Frank's Island tonight to get some stars.
Yeah, I was there, and I thought I'd crashed the shit because like I was grabbing one of my kids went to grab it, and I was like no, and I like went like this to grab it back, and I like 100% hit the power button.
Yeah, no, it just booted you off. You're good.
Yeah, I think mine's actually open right now. Because I have Celeste and a meteor shower going on.
Yeah.
And Sahara's there. You can go get some mystery wallpaper. I think I got Swamp Floor and Imperial Wall. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just and then like anyway, my point was like do you go get these villagers? You fill your village with the same 10 that you always love, or do you just like roll the die and like meet some new people?
I mean, I got extremely lucky in that 3 out of my 10 are not Amiibo compatible. Like they're from Pocket Camp, or they're from Pocket Camp or New Horizons. So like that's 3 of the 4 new ones. I just have those guys, and like that's insane. Like only one of those I actually like, had help with, which is Kyle passing over Raymond because he was just done playing it. So
yeah, I mean, but there's also like a ton of villagers you can meet, and
400, but like all the internet will have you believe there's like 30.
Right. I mean, like, and Lucky's cool. Like, it's fun. Anka's cool and fun, but
she's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Then what's the stupid Coco, the bunny thing that's all creepy?
All right. So far, you've just named several of my villagers. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm starting to feel kind of attacked. You want to keep trying?
I mean, when you go to sort list by most popular and read top to bottom.
Yeah. All right. I'll take that.
I mean, also, people were coming over like, hey, Joey, I know you got them Amiibo bootlegs. Let me get this one, and this one, so I know which ones people want.
Heck yeah.
People. Bootleg your Amiibos. It's so easy. It's really easier. It's easier now than when I was doing it for
Perks and Android phone. Yeah.
Breath of the Wild was easier. Same thing, but easier. All right. Anyone playing anything interesting? I saw Kyle was playing WoW before he came on. I heard you guys talking about WoW. How's that going? Are we playing WoW or WoW Classic?
Just full time playing WoW at this point. Retail
WoW.
Mm.
I'm having just an incredible time. There's nothing to do. The things that I do, I do. I get the things that I need done, and then I can devote as much time to WoW that I'm able to, minus keeping up with my relationship and
the Kardashians.
What needs to be done at home, and I'm just playing WoW with my friends with no guilt, and it just feels very good.
I know you said no guilt, but I heard no guild, and I was gonna follow up. What the fuck but then I figured it out.
Wesley's not a guild.
That's true.
How are you not a guild?
I haven't needed one.
Are you worried of forming a guild of calamitous intent?
Dude, I think about that all the time. That you should just name a guild Calamitous Intent and be done with it.
You want to sign my charter?
I'll sign your charter.
Ooh, all right. I guess we're forming.
I'll give you 10 gold to sign my charter.
I'll make an account and sign the charter.
Ooh, if you make an account, let me get that refer a friend.
Oh my god. Same. Kyle and his roommate were playing WoW for about a month before they convinced me to finally get on. Because I played classic. Yeah, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know, but
week 2. Yeah.
Is that this?
Ooh, code on stream. Ooh,
it's backwards. Good luck.
Oh,
what is it for?
Free World of Warcraft the game. Plus.
Oh, that thing that's already free.
4 movie-inspired transmog skins.
Oh, wait, that's actually sick.
Let me get those. I need that. Wait, Joey, cut the stream. Delete the file.
It says this expired in 2016, so
I'm trying it. I'll call him. Yeah, just having.
Excuse me, Mr. Blizzard.
I didn't see your film, but I have an opinion on this item.
People hated that movie, and then it was like, have you played a fucking single second of a Warcraft game?
You just
because it's just that
Godzilla cards.
Yeah.
So
just one.
Well, yeah, I think I haven't really played anything except World of Warcraft lately, and I've been doing Ring Fit. That game kicks your ass if you set it to the right settings to kick your ass, which is good. That's what you want. You feel like you're dead, and you're like you've worked out for 10 minutes today.
Wesley, give me your Ring Fit.
$300.
No.
All right. Thank God. I thought you might say yes. I was like, crap.
All right, I'll do it.
They're really hard to find.
Have they been restocked at all?
No, I have not seen a restock at all.
Jeez.
I mean, I did I'm in Walmart than I like more than I like to admit.
Just on the daily.
Not that often, but like.
Nearly all day. Happy birthday, Joey, kid.
Yeah, I was there today.
Happy birthday, Joey, kid.
I was there today. I mean, I would be in Walmart
at his
less.
Birthday?
Yeah, that's where he had his birthday. You didn't see the cake? I would be in there less if they moved up their curbside delivery to on level with Target. Target has the best curbside delivery of a place where you can buy a lot of stuff. Best Buy's is pretty good too. But
nice.
I mean, Best Buy's is really good because like I know everybody, and they're like, Joey, why are you buying this dumb stuff? I was like, I have nothing better to do.
Yeah, like I've got reasons.
Well, I mean, they know what I do, and so they're like, well, you got more orders in there, but they're not ready, and they won't let us release it till tomorrow. I was like, well, I'll come back tomorrow. They're like, why? I'm like, don't pretend like I used to do. Before the quarantine, I wasn't here every day anyway. This is like now I'm just in the parking lot. Now I'm just in the parking lot. It's weirder, but
I'm just bothering you from a safe distance.
Yeah, now it's just you know what my car looks like, so it's extra weird because you're like
big dumb and orange.
Fuck, Joey's here. Yeah.
Everyone go find Joey. Big dumb orange car.
Big and orange.
Oh shit, that's just me too.
That's just also me, but physically.
Is Fence just still sleeping up down there?
Yeah,
he's just hanging out.
All right. I thought he just jumped up there.
That's just what he do.
Can confirm. I've seen him do it.
Wow.
My life's slowly returning to mild normalcy, by which I mean the Starbucks closest to my house reopened, and I went and got Starbucks coffee for the first time today in like 2 months.
That place is a hotbed. Have you not seen the parking at the Texas Roadhouse? It is overflowing.
Yeah, by which I mean I also had Tejas Roadhouse for lunch.
There was 50% occupancy, right? 50% occupancy. Are they doing the thing where like the park it's full because we're using the parking lot for tables because then we can do whatever we want?
Oh no, I don't know. I didn't take out. I'm not that stupid. I still took the food and went home.
You know this tastes fine at my house.
Yeah. I would also like to add the caveat that we did sit in line at the Starbucks drive-through for a half hour.
If you want bad coffee, there's 100 Dunkin' Donuts in town.
I know. I worked very close to one and had bad coffee regularly.
It's getting better.
No, it's not. The fucking Dunkin's coffee is just on the steady decline.
Have I told you what they like? So I like my Bavarian cream donuts. They just throw it chocolate down, frosting down every time. Or they're like, you know what this needs to be? Bottom donut underneath a bunch of other stuff, so all the frosting is just on everything.
You just spreading the flavor, baby.
Got like an itchy nose there going. All right. All right. Well, anyone play anything other than Animal Crossing and WoW? No. Wow.
I've been watching a lot of Fallout.
Fucking Sips.
I've been watching a streamer called Sips who's been streaming since maybe 2011 professionally, maybe even sooner than that. But he's just literally putting in like 7-hour days on weekdays as it's his full-time job to stream. So 76? If I'm just at my computer, well, he did some 76, but he's been on Fallout 4, and that game is just, in a way, it is way more fun than I remember it being.
Okay,
like just the way that he plays that game, because he's super in onto like building simulators. So seeing someone just do all the settlement stuff and then getting mods to make the settlement stuff just better has just been very enjoyable. Like, beyond just his personality, but just seeing what someone can do who like enjoys and can utilize that system, because that's just not how I played Fallout 4. You know what I mean? I played it like it's Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, where I'm just some guy with a gun. But
I mean,
every time at every Fallout game.
Yeah.
What was the name?
But go ahead.
What was the name of the first town you got? Like Providence or something, right?
Sanctuary?
Sanctuary? It was not Sanctuary.
In Fallout 4?
Fears and lies melt away.
Fallout 4, it's Sanctuary, and then you go to Lexington and Concord, and that's where you meet Preston Garvey and the Minutemen, but it's Sanctuary.
Okay, well, I guess it was Sanctuary, but when I set that up, I set up a bunch of laser turrets and nonsense, and I really had a lot of fun just like watching those get like tripped off every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, this is just me advertising Sips' stream because it's fantastic and you should watch it, but he's gotten to the point where he's set up death arenas, and then if people lose, they get dropped down a pit that carries them on conveyor belts to beat processors where they get turned into Soylent Green. And it breaks down a person into like the meat, the armor, and then the armor gets broken down, the weapons get broken down, and then all the bones, which is the full skeleton system used in like Skyrim also. So it's like both hands, both feet, both legs, both arms, rib cage, pelvis, and skull, all get dumped into a giant glass bucket called the Bone Zone.
All right, that sounds pretty fun.
And the Bone Zone is now so full that he once tried to clear it out and it crashed his game instantaneously. He tried to move a bone and the game went, no.
I mean, you have to clear from the top.
You done, son.
No.
From the top.
He gets close to it. The physics kind of jump. It's done.
It's funny.
So, but he's just set full automated systems where he just drops off everything he's picked up. All like, you go, wow, there's a lot of crap in this game in terms of like junk, and you're like, who picks this up? He's the guy that picks that up.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you like I will say there's a lot going on in Fallout 4. There's a lot. Definitely, like one of the podcasts I was listening to was advocating something that I hadn't thought about, knowing what I know now about it and thinking about what the story is. That's definitely one of those games you should play as a female character. It completely changes.
It's more interesting. I mean, because you're like a lawyer pre-war.
Yeah. Right.
Whereas,
but think about the implications of what happens in that story and what you're trying to do as a female character versus as a male character. As a male character, you look like a psychopath. Kind of. But as a female character, you're fully justified in anything and everything you do.
Joey, someone takes Henry. You're not storming across Boston, committing mass murder.
I was in a frozen state. Right, but still.
Man, speaking of frozen stuff, I can now say that this is the first week of my life I've eaten a Choco Taco.
You never had a Choco Taco?
A Choco Taco is just a repurposed drumstick.
Yeah,
it has all the same components.
It's just a broken drumstick that they just...
A different orientation.
Now, there's like, when we fold this different and freeze it different. That's all they did.
I mean, that's just like, but it's just like objectively easier to eat than a fucking cone of ice cream.
I like a drumstick because when you get to the bottom, you just get that fat like chunk of frozen chocolate.
Yeah, but that shit's just on top of a chocolate.
No.
Taco.
So which one's the one? Is it the Rocket Pops that have the fucking bubble gum on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah. That one's terrible.
Yeah, those suck.
That's like
I thought you were about to defend that bullshit, and I was like,
no, because the gum
you're
is terrible.
You like creamsicles too, you freak.
You know, I always, every time like in what was it, like 358/2, like when they were eating sea salt ice cream, I was always just like, that's fucking disgusting.
It's salty and sweet. That's
caramel.
what they say.
With caramel with sea salt is probably fine. Ooh, there's a pretty good story of going to Sam's Club, and they had a salted caramel chocolate, and it was literally just chocolate, huge thing of caramel, and like literal like sea salt rocks. And I'm like,
yeah, that tastes salty.
This is a lot of salt, but it's all right.
Speaking of which, I tried to eat. I ate like a spoonful of Blue Box macaroni and cheese earlier today.
You gotta let it sit.
And
you gotta let it sit.
And I was like, my mother tried to kill me.
Hold on just a second. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, okay.
I was just like, this is
what are you doing?
inedible. Like it's
monstrous.
There's the degree of salt that's in Blue Box macaroni and cheese is
Reggie, come on.
Just insane.
I've heard about like your growing up like afternoon snacks. Like there's a reason you're just a monster of a person, and then you just maintain that.
Dude. Oh man, someone just pulled into the parking lot.
What?
I can watch the video. I'm watching the video games. Like someone just pulled into the parking lot. Crazy.
Joey, fucking strap up. Fuck that shit.
No, I'm just gonna lock the door.
Ex-military, baby.
I'm gonna lock the door. Yeah. I got them. I'm almost done installing the electronic mag locks.
I was gonna ask you if your mag locks in. Yeah.
I gotta wire the kill switch. So that's all. That's all I really have left to do.
No good time.
I mean, you have to engage the kill switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that out now. I'm gonna just locked forever.
That's just, man. If I had to engage a kill switch, that would just be my curse. I feel like.
I was thinking, words. Like I messed up, and one of the screws is kind of exposed. A security screw that's exposed, where a person could get a pry bar underneath it and pry it loose. And I was really concerned about it. And I was like, it's not a glass door. If a person has a crowbar, to fucking,
they're gonna
hit the fucking right. Like, it's all glass, so like it doesn't fucking matter. If anything, I should like remove that screw and put a regular screw in there. Just like, don't break the glass. If you're gonna break in, here's the tools you need.
Yeah, here's the checklist. Yeah. We keep the lockpicks in the mailbox. You just kind of flip it up. You get your pack.
Don't tell anybody about the mailbox.
Yeah, I hide stuff in the mailbox.
Oh, do you? Like letters?
No, like remember the other day I had those fake amiibos left in the mailbox.
Oh, did you? That's right. How do you feel about our other friend who just has this thing of like, I don't want to see anyone in quarantine, so everything is going to be through my mailbox. So I have to feel like a criminal reaching into another human being's mailbox to take and leave packages.
I think I saw that.
Because are you just calling out mail carriers?
No, those guys, it's their job. I'm calling out myself for feeling like a creep.
I mean,
granted, it's not the creepiest thing.
You're right. Was it? Oh man, I was never mind.
You can't be too safe. Like, I take on a lot of risk, personally, coming to work even, like.
Yeah. Like you just have people there helping you too, and you're like, ugh. You meet the guidelines, but it's like, ugh.
Well, I mean, like what was it? Customers like today, like
Are you getting people in?
Two came in today, and like they weren't wearing a mask. I was like, hey guys, you gotta wear a mask, come in. And like they went, oh yeah, okay, we'll go to our car. And then like one came back, and then they came in, did some shopping, and then they went outside, and then another one came back in, and I was like, you guys are fucking sharing a mask. And I was like,
this is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I was like, well, I can't really call them on it, like like they wore a mask, right? And then like I went to where was it? Because I was working on the maglocks, I went to Harbor Freight, and like it's just like 90% people not wearing masks in there, and that's fine.
But I hate you.
I was like, I'm just gonna grab these cheap tools and leave. I was one screw, one thing, and I gotta go. Yeah. And then I have customers who are like overly cautious. Like I had a customer today who came in and like he like used some of my disinfectant to disinfect all the stuff he bought from me, and like I was like, okay, yeah. Like most of the stuff in the store is already been through quarantine for 2 weeks plus, and then on top of that,
notice the shifts in quality of sort of self-protection of like fast food places lately.
Yeah.
Like it's insane how much it fluctuates. Like legitimately the best place I've seen so far is the Wendy's.
Oh, I got a Wendy's story.
Not your boo-boo Wendy's, but like the one on Archer Road.
That's the one I got a story about.
Oh, really?
Okay, go
ahead. I would go to like Burger King and they'd be wearing a mask pulled down. I'd be like, what? Like,
hi, welcome to Burger King.
Yeah, you're right. What?
No. But. I see people trying. I usually know that at least they're trying.
Yeah.
I tell most people like I know it needs to cover your nose, but I'm more concerned about it covering your mouth. Than anything. Like cover your nose and your mouth.
But anyway, only cover your nose. Insane.
Did I not tell you the Wendy's story?
Go ahead.
I stopped there for lunch.
That's too vague.
I went there for lunch, and I kind of mumbled my way through my order. But at the end of the order, I was like, let me get 4 spicy chicken sandwiches. No tomato. All right?
You mumbled your way through a whole order and then spiked it with 4?
Yeah.
And a small Cherry's Jubilee.
No. Take 2 nuggets and shove them up your ass.
I'm looking for a 4-nugget kind of deal.
I was like, hey, you guys got that 2 for $5 spicy chicken combo, right? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? I was like, let me get 2 of those. And they're like, 2 spicy chicken combos. I was like, no. 4. I was like, 2 of the ones on special. Let me get 4 spicy chicken sandwiches with no tomato. They said, hold on a minute. Came back. The person came back and they're like, what'd you want now? I said 4 spicy chicken sandwiches. They're like, it's $20.90. I was like, okay. Pull up to the window.
10 of that dollars should be 4 sandwiches.
I pull up to the window. I was like, hey, I was like, what's going on? The menu board says spicy chicken sandwiches are 2 for $5. And the lady says, hold on a minute. This guy wants the 2 for $5. And then they're like, she says, I hear the manager say something. So she says what obviously the manager said to her of, you have to say you want that. And so then I went,
this is me.
I was like, oh,
that's me saying that's what I want.
I was
like, when I moved, yeah.
So then I got like the whole manager guff of having to fix the order,
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the store and they had tomatoes. So, and it's like, I can understand having to ask for the order or the special specifically, but like I think at the point when you order 4 spicy chicken sandwiches, it's implied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I went up and said, let me get a spicy chicken, a medium fry, and a medium drink, I would have got the combo, right? So yeah, I'm like not into that Wendy's at the moment. Because not only did they screw up the order, but they also screwed up the entirety of the order.
All of it, yeah.
And so, like, it definitely struck me as are things so hard up at Wendy's? They're like, no, do what you got to do to get all the money.
Mm-hmm. Like
double the price of these chicken sandwiches.
Would you like sauce?
Just let them fuck it up.
You let them order whatever, then you tell them how much it costs, and then if they're dumb enough,
charge them it.
Yeah.
Take and then the also, money. The battleground that Chick-fil-A has become for the drive-thru.
3 lanes, baby.
3 lanes took over the entire lot next to it.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Did you see the car maze that they made for Zaxby's?
I saw that the other day. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going there.
We've lost our minds. We just all have.
Oh no! If you think that's bad, like, go to the sit-down restaurants and look at how many people are in there and how bad it is.
No.
Like,
just no.
No. Nope.
It's bad.
I went to pick up food today. I was on that side of town, so I went to Tropical Smoothie Cafe because I wanted a smoothie. And
I got a smoothie too. It goes down.
The old sugar smoothie. So I got my smoothie, and while I was in there, like several girls just walked in, no mask, no agenda. They just like stood at the front counter, like kind of front counter adjacent for like the entire time that I was waiting for my bevy. And like, I'm just an old grumpy man, I guess, because I was like, wow, I hope these two die. I just want them to.
I'm not that bad, but I'm definitely like, I don't know, like I hate how politicized wearing a mask is and having a mask on is. You know, like I have.
No, I don't.
Well. I'm gonna link you some Reddit threads then, so you can read about it, or Facebook. I'll send you some Facebook screen caps. Have you not?
It's just not. It's just not difficult. Like it's.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how.
Does anybody just give a shit? Like that's just it's. Just
no.
Fucking,
like someone.
People just got tired of it, so like, all right, I'm done.
Someone tried to come into the store and he didn't have a mask. He's like, "Do I have to wear a mask?" I was like, you really don't have to, but I have people in my life that are immunocompromised." I was like, so I'm basically going to follow you around with Lysol if you don't. So, you know, like you want to huff some Lysol, don't wear a mask.
Ooh, free Lysol huffing?
Yeah, free Lysol huffing.
Well, that's the argument is that like, well, you don't want to wear a mask for protection, so why don't you want to huff Lysol?
Yeah, that's and like
you wear a mask or you get the free bleach shot.
There are.
Down, you're good.
I have had a couple customers who've been like, "Hey, I have respiratory issues," and I said, "Okay, can you guys wait outside? Because I want to make sure that you're the only ones in the store, so that way, like, I can Lysol the store. You can come in, and then when you leave, I can lock up behind you and Lysol the store again."
That's the only thing that's like kind of bugging me about the whole thing is that like people are saying that like their civil liberties and stuff are being violated because places want them to wear masks, so they can't go into a grocery store without a mask, and it's like that has literally nothing to do with any of your rights. Actual zero.
People just want to have somewhere to draw a line in the sand.
Of course, and like that's yeah, like they just need the demarcation to like exist. But like even like the stay-at-home order wasn't mandatory; it was just a suggestion. Like. Yeah, the lines that are on the sidewalk there's not a cop every 6 foot who's going to arrest you if you don't go the right way, or if you walk down the don't go this way in Publix. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm going to think I'm going to say something.
But I fucking hate you if you do that, you old idiot.
Hey! I didn't see the thing until I was halfway down the fucking thing because I was
living that life where they had crappy little blue tape arrows before their fancy decals,
and then also, I'm not going all the way around. What I want is right here.
Yeah.
I can reach it.
Can I?
Oh, Joe,
go ahead.
I mean, here's the thing. I just will.
Oh.
Because it's just not that hard. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be in there that long. That's my counter argument. But I'm not like I'm not willfully being like ha ha ha. I'm going whatever way I want. I'm like what I need right here.
They're just.
Are you doing
the
Midwestern?
I'm
going to squeeze past you.
No,
let me just squeeze past you.
No, but like there just are a shitload of people who are just like, oh, fuck you. I could just, you know what I mean? Like it's beach time.
Open this bitch up.
I'm gonna.
Thanks, Alabama.
Jesus, it's insane.
We just don't fucking need you. We don't need Florida.
I mean,
fucking throw the whole South away.
My competition is doing. Is it tonight? I think tonight was their first event. They're doing 8-person in-store drafts, passing cards between 8 people.
Ugh.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do my one Backstreet Boys reunion tour joke, which is every time you walk into a store, you go, wow, plexiglass business is booming. All right.
I didn't hear the joke.
You didn't need to.
Retell the joke.
It was pretty good. Plexiglass business is booming.
Oh, okay.
I'm real mad because I
Backstreet's back.
All right.
I
I want to buy plexiglass, but it's expensive.
I went to the post office.
Joey's like, the cheapest option is
the shower curtains that you can mount from the ceiling.
Get some acrylic.
No.
Yeah, like if you go to the post office, it's massive because it's so much space. They just have shower curtains hanging.
It's fine. Take the precautions.
I go to the post office at night.
I had to do that whenever I had to stick all the stamps on a letter. That was just poor choice.
It's just insane.
Usually they're licking them. Wesley, they have the new ones that you don't lick anymore.
No.
I'll lick shit. I ain't licking nothing.
It was my friend's birthday, and I thought this joke would be really funny because it turns out old stamps are just
if I mail him a jar of spit.
Yeah. Well, it turns out old stamps are just still valid, and you can just buy some real old stamps.
Good forever.
Do you ever put that fragile sticker on the Elf film?
Dude, that never made it.
I know.
Elf never made it.
I know.
But I just had for like $20. I bought like 150 like 3 and 4 and 2 cent stamps, just old stamps, and I was like, this would be hilarious. And then it occurred to me that they'd have to stamp all of them, and I felt like a real dick showing up to the post office with a box with a bunch of crappy old things glued on, being like, all right, here's $1.36 of postage. I counted it for you, but you got to double count.
You're just the person who's paying fines and pennies.
Yeah,
you're not punishing
the box did look sweet.
The
like a piece of art. It was fantastic, but
also I'm pretty sure that like they're allowed to turn away unrolled coins.
Yeah, it depends. Like, you know,
I don't know. Maybe if it's like a government thing, they can't. But I'm pretty sure if you showed up to GRU with like a wheelbarrow of pennies and you were like,
I've wanted to fill their little vacuum tube with like, here's my thing. It's all in quarters because that's what fits in here. At some point, this is inconveniencing myself as well.
I saw somebody who like made a bunch of origami pigs and delivered them in $1 bills in a Krispy Kreme donut box for getting a speeding ticket or something.
That sounds hilarious. But
you really showed them. I bet they're not gonna kill anybody in the streets anymore.
Since I don't have the chat open and I just popped over to look, Christy says that you should still go to the Chick-fil-A mall drive-through as the optimal choice for Chick-fil-A.
Oh really? Yeah, they cleared out a whole parking lot of one of the.
Did you say that the Chick-fil-A in the mall has a drive-thru?
Yeah. Well, yes, but no, but yes. They basically like drive you through the food court, not through the food court, but to
that parking lot.
I'm back on board.
You're just like, hey, go in the Abercrombie over there and grab a pair of jeans.
I would still be like, they don't have anything in there.
Hey, GameStop's right here. Give me an Xbox controller. If I reach far enough.
Let me get that original Xbox for $100.
Every time I walk into GameStop now, I go, man, there are way more pop vinyls than I thought there were.
So, weird thing, all the GameStops in town are open except for the mall, which the mall is open, but the mall GameStop is not open.
Are they actually open? Mm-hmm. I called the this was about a couple weeks ago.
They've only been open a little
bit. My
mom
mom's getting her Switch, and I was going to go to the one that was across from the Walmart, and I parked outside, and I was like, hey, how does this work? And that dude was the most pissed off man I've ever talked to.
They are all
He was
mad.
so mad.
They're all
that
mad.
They were so mad. They're like, you got to place the order online and mark it for pickup in the store, and then when the order is marked ready, you can come get it. He was just so.
Wait, where was this?
This is the GameStop. Yeah, it was the dude that you and I dislike who once told you about the old 3 discs per person thing.
Yeah.
Or like they couldn't do that anymore. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude is just like the most aggressive.
Are you talking about Butler? Are you talking about Butler?
Butler. Yeah.
I don't deal with Butler.
Dude, that guy is just like hyper aggressive salesman, and it's like
it
has to work. It just has to work for him. Because like otherwise, like I just can't imagine why you would be so dick hard to like.
The one over by my shop over here, they were doing walk up. Like you could walk up and like, yo, let me get Kingdom Hearts 3, and they would say, I mean, because those guys are pretty chill and they know a lot of the community, that comes through there. So, and I called them the other day and I was like, hey, so my customer said, I'm just trying to get the real deal from you guys because my customers are going to tell me whatever they want, whatever it is to make me buy whatever or sell whatever. And like they gave me a breakdown on what they're taking and what they're not taking. They told me they're only doing current gen trade-ins, no cash. And they are refusing anything that they have the right to refuse anything, basically.
They're like that PS4 too Rochi.
Right, but even if they're like, no, we
Roach
don't
is carrying a Rona.
Rochi Rona, get out of here, Rochi Rona. That's my mud fighting name. Rochi Rona.
They're doing noon to 8 and 5 people allowed in the store.
You're doing like
one left
the old,
no.
It's because it wasn't funny. Are you doing like
wipe it away
WWF?
Yeah.
Doing like WWF women's mud wrestling matches?
Yeah.
Is that like what you're getting at?
Only that's my name is Rochi Rona.
I'm back in.
So, but no one left.
Speaking of wrestling, did you see that Nia Jax is on the poo-poo list again?
Yeah, she hurt Kairi Sane just like she hurts everyone she wrestles.
Okay, and you saw it then.
She sucks. She's not a good wrestler. She has no talent. She has no athleticism.
Wow.
She's literally just like fucking Nepotism the wrestler, and every angle that she's in is worse because she's in it.
I mean, there's a couple. There's like 3 Nepotism wrestlers in the women's division.
I know.
3.
At least one of them is very good.
I'm going to assume the granddaughter of Nature Boy is the good one.
You got Charlotte. That's his daughter, but
Charlotte Flair is absolutely the best women's wrestler.
Natty's pretty good.
Say Natty?
Yeah, all right.
She's okay.
Yeah.
She's also Nepotism the wrestler. I mean,
No, go ahead.
There's a lot of generational wrestlers. Like you could make the argument that Randy Orton's a nepotism. I mean, Edge just did. Edge made the argument that he's nepotism.
Was The Rock? I mean, The Rock's father.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Rock's father and The Rock's grandfather.
That was he's like third generation. So getting off of wrestling and back on The Rock, I watched that new Jumanji. That's also a video game. Said don't watch that movie.
Did you say you were getting off on The Rock?
I mean, I was like, oh fuck, I might as well.
I think plenty of people have.
Yeah, at that point, huh?
Just send it to him. He's like, hey, Rock, I sent you this tribute. I wonder if he knows what a tribute is.
It's not the real thing. It's just a tribute.
It's a tribute.
Is that the second Tenacious D ref on the podcast?
Maybe.
Ever
possibly.
or today?
I did watch that video the other day.
Of The Rock getting tributes? What?
Are you still watching Jablinski games, Joey?
Only when it pops up as a notification that I had to watch it.
I had to unsub. Like I was like, I can't.
I was like, the joke's over.
I was
He's
like, I can't
playing video games now.
Yeah.
Oh, is he actually playing video games?
I don't know.
I
did it at one point, and I was like, it's over for me.
I'll look. Hold on.
I'm just stuck binging with Babish and like Bon Appetit from home. A lot of chaotic energy.
Hold on.
So Bon Appetit from home. I don't like it as much, obviously, because like the test kitchen's like half the reason I like. Because like just looking at that test kitchen's like fucking, dude, so good.
Big dumb countertops.
Oh, dude, just let me get a fucking cutting board that's like 3 inches girth. You know what I'm saying?
Chunk
is real fucking thick.
All right. Jablinski last game. What they had Tony Hawk on 2 weeks ago, and then prior to that,
I saw a thing where Tony Hawk made a Twitter account to like respond to a kid. Like a kid gave his mailman his like shredded board, and he was like, "Make sure this gets to Tony Hawk, please." It was like a child, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't know how the mail works.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Please make sure that Tony Hawk gets this skateboard." Yeah. And he wrote like, "I love you, Tony Hawk. I'm a child." on the bottom, and the guy was just like, he was like, "Look, I have no idea how to get a hold of Tony Hawk, so I'm just gonna make this video on Twitter and be like, anybody know how to get a hold of Tony Hawk?" And like, you can't add him because he just wasn't on Twitter.
Well, no, Tony Hawk definitely has a Twitter because all of his tweets are him going, people not recognizing he's Tony Hawk and being like, "You look a lot like Tony Hawk." He goes, I get that.
They're like Anthony Hawkins.
Yeah.
You look like Tony Hawk.
They call him Birdman because he got hollow bones.
His under his like Twitter like name, the description is like professional skateboarder, professional video game character.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of, did you guys see the news about them remastering?
There
Pro
you
Skater
go.
Was it 1 and 2 or is it 2 and 3?
It says 1 plus 2.
Yeah.
And they're adding the reverts, I think, from 3.
Yeah.
So, you can do infinite tricks.
Yeah. Dude, I think the most impressive part of that is like if they fucking relicensed all those songs.
I think they're like 5 short.
But
that's still a lot.
Superman.
They give you that Rona version of Superman that's actually pretty good.
It's fantastic. They just all sound old now. It's so good.
It's close enough for me.
Dude, Old Man Rona?
99 Balloons was not as good as it was.
Yeah, but I mean, legitimately, I've just been listening to a lot of.
I wonder if I play it. I wonder what'll happen.
You don't understand half of it. That's what'll happen.
What? No.
A good chunk of that song's in German.
No, I'm talking about
Luftballons.
What, the video?
Yeah, I want to know what'll happen.
Are we going to cap it into like the fourth corner? You can screen cap it.
No, it just plays off to the side.
Well, but you can cap on you're capping up of Discord, right?
Yeah, no, I can do hold on. I'm gonna go to Discord.
Which chord?
Discord.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
That's my joke.
If you lose me, I'm sorry.
We just have Joey step out.
If you lose me, I'm sorry. Sounds like a My Chemical Romance song.
Oh, there you go. What if I don't lose you? What do I call you then?
That's a pretty good joke.
All right.
Thank you. I think that's a Dimitri Martin joke. If you need anything, I'm Carol. What if I don't need anything? Then I'm John.
Then I'm John. Yeah.
It's along those lines, yeah.
A dream catcher works. I don't know if I should tell the rest of that joke in this climate.
Okay, well, that was bad.
Let's be honest. We're just telling jokes to Will. Welcome back, Joey.
Okay.
Are you that bad at capping screens?
No, because it was doing a lot of bad stuff.
All right.
Let's see. There it goes.
Oh. Yeah, dude.
Pick it up.
Horns. Oh, that's
over the corner. It's the bot.
Oh, this is the Rona version, yeah. The bass is turned up so high in this Rona version. It's so funny.
Okay.
They just sound old.
I don't want to play too much of it.
Please go pull the record version, and you're like, holy crap.
Trying to keep.
Okay.
So for my feet.
I added the Groovy Bot so I can listen to the YouTube too. And so I was like,
that's what I would do when we're playing World of Warcraft. You just sneak it in there and get it to quick play a song.
By a song, do you mean Metalingus by Alter Bridge?
No, don't.
On this day.
I don't know if he's enabled that you guys can play whatever you want in there.
Yeah, whatever. I don't sit in your big dumb magic talking server.
I mean, it's helpful. It helps.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know. I'm not a huge proponent of Discord servers. The only Discord server I use right now is for people who are playing WoW.
I wish that Discord was a smaller. No, not smaller. I feel because everyone can make a Discord, everyone makes a Discord, and it becomes too many Discords.
Yeah.
And it just
every time like I thought about like getting more active in like the Smash community, they're like, "Oh, you play Palutena? We have like dedicated Palutena servers." And like I was like, "No,
nope.
No,
why can't I just be on the Palutena channel and
I'm
the
like,
regular Discord?"
I was like, I hate to tell you, I mute some of my best friends on chatting apparatuses, so like, there's no chance I'm gonna have notifications from strangers.
Right. And then like you add a new server and you have to go through and.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
It really is. It's just not worth the effort.
All right. Well, now I know how to use.
Oh, and then everyone, even though if you know them from a different server and that server, they have a different nickname, you're like, I don't know who the fuck these people are.
That's true.
It's just a nightmare.
All right. Did you guys get that? Crap.
Gym job.
Did you guys happen to get the Handsome Jack collection for free? In news. Free on Epic Game Store.
Yeah, definitely no.
Did you guys see where Grand Theft Auto 5 was free and it crashed the store? That was the last episode we did.
Jeez. I can't believe people are still playing that online. And I know it's popular because every time there's the weekly GTA Online update, that Reddit post always hits front page, which is insane because that game, GTA 5 came out in like 2015. Was it maybe before then? Like,
it was before the new gen.
Yeah, and like it's just still people play that just as their game. Period. Like they don't play other things. So
I don't know.
It's very impressive the holding power that game has had.
Yeah, it's mainly just because there's a lot of bullshit to do online.
Yeah.
Good or bad. All right. Did you guys see that Call of Duty World War II is your PlayStation Plus free game right now?
Nope, I haven't touched the console in months.
Yeah, I feel that. I moved my Xbox One over to my TV so that I could watch that Blu-ray you loaned me, and then I got as far as plugging it in, but the HDMI cable didn't make it. So,
what Blu-ray?
I stole Alice in Wonderland from you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
Look, it's right here.
Ooh.
It's It also plays on the PS3. So.
Someone traded in some Blu-rays today, and it was very funny because they had traded in like all these like box sets.
The other Joey gift.
Yay! Yay!
This is just like the one PS2 game that isn't in storage.
I
don't want to put it in storage.
What was it? Like they traded in like the Alien collection.
That's
I was like, that's cool. It doesn't have Alien Covenant, which is the newest, or Prometheus, so
whatever.
It's out of date. And
then it has 1 through 3, the good ones.
It has they traded Underworld, and it doesn't have Blood Wars, and I was like, it doesn't have Underworld Blood Wars. And they traded in Terminator. I'm like, this is missing so many Terminator movies. And like,
come on, man, it's pretty much of the series. It's the highlight.
Like, is it missing the bad one?
It's missing the bad one. I think. I don't recall it having Salvation.
Man, sorry to derail you, but if you guys are bored and you have 2.5 hours to watch a video essay, have you ever heard of the sort of Kimba Lion King debate that goes on?
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Your Movie Sucks video that the guy put out?
No.
It is, if you don't know, YMS is his shorthand. Your Movie Sucks is a very serious movie reviewer on YouTube. Like he takes films very seriously. He's probably the most in-depth reviewer I've ever seen, frankly. And he literally put out a 2.5-hour video talking about the Kimba, like the quote-unquote Kimba Simba debate.
Longer than both of the movies.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He completely debunks every single argument about it because everyone's just wrong. Everyone is just lied to, and it's almost more about the topic of people just having preconceived notions and then aligning whatever information and filling in the blanks. And he's like, it took me 5 months to make this video because I watched every single piece of Kimba media, which was over like 3,000 minutes, he said. You know what I mean? Because no one else has done it. Everyone who's like in the discourse about speaking about it just hasn't done this research, and everyone's just wrong.
So it's just a big old coincidence.
If you ever want to just be like, oh yeah, you guys are fucking stupid. Oh, that's so hot kind of video. I got a 2.5-hour one for you.
Dude, it was advertised to me, and I was like, real fucking Wesley video.
That reminds me, I gotta watch.
Where's my degree?
I somehow
Yeah, show me your degree.
It's in my mom's office.
Did you get it rolled up? Did you get it rolled up in the little tube? Did they mail it to you still in the little tube?
Yeah.
It's like blank and you
like a scroll. Yeah.
Like, are you joking? Do you want me to go get my degree?
No.
Man.
Not at all.
Okay.
I've seen your degree.
Yeah, it's a piece of paper. It has my name on it.
Moana wants you to go get it, or is this Maui?
That's Maui. That's Maui.
This is Moana.
You're just somebody's mom now, dude. Like just fucking.
Speaking
Nintendo.
of the Rock.
Oh, there you go. Nice segue from 30 minutes ago.
Look, man, I don't keep track of what toys are in my office. All right.
Man.
Anyway,
yeah, not a whole lot's going on.
Free games.
Oh yeah, go
ahead. Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is great.
New one or old one?
The new one.
Okay. Is that for Xbox, PlayStation?
PlayStation. We're doing PlayStation right now.
Okay.
Let's do games with gold. For the Xbox games with gold are Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Coffee Talk, Destroy All Humans for original Xbox, and Cinemora for the 360.
Destroy All Humans is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like PlayStation 1 that month, but...
Anyway, I didn't really pull too much other news. I'm going to scroll real quick through my...
gotta talk about actual news for once.
I figured we could bullshit more than anything. Like, this is more of people like, hey man, this you don't want to hear us talk about the news. You just want us to like bullshit, right? I mean, there's also supposed to be like, I think the PlayStation event this next week, and then the Xbox announced that they have the ability to up-res old games with HDR at up to 120 frames per second.
That's pretty sweet.
So
that's just worth
fucking. I mean, unless it breaks the game, like fucking.
Yeah, like certain games are what their FPS is like physics capped.
Yeah. So.
Gosh, do you remember those where like you would look down and you would just run faster? Real big brain.
Yeah.
I think that was. I think Halo 1 on PC was like that, where just part of that game's optimization is just lag reduction by looking at certain items.
Yeah.
I mean, all of like the N64 shooter speedruns are all just like moving diagonally and looking at the ground.
Yeah. It's very boring. It's not boring.
The rest of the news is like DRM bullshit, stuff going on sale.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right. There hasn't been. I mean, the video game market, although it's doing very well because of the quarantine, is also still staggered like releases. It feels like it's still getting affected the same way by every other like entertainment. You know?
I mean, they canceled BlizzCon.
Said, our friend just put their game out.
Oh yes. Oh. Crap! I got the email about it this morning. Hold on. Dungeon Defenders Awakened came out.
Awaken.
Take the land that must be taken.
Oh, I was going for the dead chicken. All right. Yeah, right now.
BillyWitchDoctor.com more comfortable with chicken.
I have a really weird connection with that company that made that game.
I do too. I just live with one of them.
That's fair. One of the original programmers, I want to say, is actually a cellist, or was a cellist if he still works for the company, and I just know him from playing cello in Gainesville.
Did you get that cello video I sent you?
Yeah, the 8 cellos cover type thing. Yeah.
Nice.
GG, baby.
Did you get the one guy who was like playing the cello at the beach?
No.
Did you get the Animal Crossing cello I sent you?
Sure, I've seen a lot of cello. Okay, couple things. You know, if we're going to talk about music really quick, first off, Animal Crossing, Twitter, I want to say, put out the official video of the Welcome Horizons theme song being played by the live band, which was amazing.
That was dope.
And then the Seatbelts started putting out like Corona music videos. Like they re-recorded Tank, and they've recorded a couple other songs just as an ensemble, and it's just very interesting to see the sort of people behind the music, I guess.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the New Horizons, both the song and that video they put out.
Yeah,
like, you know, like it does, especially when they put out the video and then you watch the people making it. It doesn't strike you how many different components are there.
Yeah,
you know?
So many people, and like there's just, and I think that's what's so good about live performances, that when you see the instruments, you can suddenly pick them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like so like in that sense, I always liked music videos. Like music videos aren't as much of a thing now as they used to be when they were being played on TV as like a main distribution, but like seeing like performance music videos, I think you can appreciate a song more. I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then like, you know, like you get some connection with like some of the artists, like, and like I've been, the quarantine's made for some unique things, like
the community table read.
Yeah, that was fun. The one of the I listened to BPM, like my EDM dance station on the car ride, and like they just got a bunch of the DJs to like, they did a virtual festival where they just had DJs like, hey, just record your set, just do like a 90-minute, like a 90-minute set or 30-minute set or however long they did. I wasn't paying attention, and like just send it in, and we'll just do it like we're gonna do a stage show, and it's just like people can still jam your tunes and go to like a music festival experience at their house, because they're getting this new set, this DJ set that you're doing, right?
Right. Yeah, it's still a performance.
Right. Exactly.
One of my favorite things that really sort of come out of this sort of weird, almost like crowdfunding type, charity type things is Andy Serkis just read all of The Hobbit in a sitting.
I did see that too.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it was the worst microphone you could possibly choose to read a book for 10 hours on stream. So you got to really crank that volume and mess with the gain levels. But it was fantastic, and he did the voice, man. He did the voice.
He did the Gollum.
When Gollum shows up, he did the voice, and it was fantastic. So, it's been an absolute pain in the ass to try and track down a VOD of that because it was technically only cleared for the original live stream run.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like the Tolkien.
There's a guy. There's a guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could definitely find it, but it took a couple clicks around.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I've been enjoying some of the like watching like the nighttime hosts try to do their stuff with like quarantining and stuff like that, and like trying to watch Conan do his thing, and like watching Jimmy Fallon try to do his thing, and like he's like, oh, I'm gonna do a virtual dance off with who did he do it with? Jennifer Lopez. Hey, so you watched it?
I didn't. I got advertised it.
And it was
I was like, yep, he's just gonna lose to Jennifer Lopez, who's just a professional dancer.
That is 100% what happened. But it was still like it's interesting to see like some of those things and like watching the news.
They were just trying to like learn TikTok dances in one watch or something.
Correct. They were doing TikTok dances. They were just like they were watching are you sure you didn't watch this, Kyle?
It was just like
a lot of information in the headline.
Yeah. What was it? I was saying before I subscribed to Shudder because I was going to watch more horror movies during this quarantine.
I did too. That's weird.
So my subscription's about to run out. Creepshow is what I recommend if you haven't been watching Creepshow. Creepshow real good. It's anthology. It's like 30 minutes.
Yeah. A YouTube channel that I right before the quarantine, like I got really into, does some stuff with Creepshow and Shudder specifically. Because a lot of stuff are Shudder specific films, like made for Shudder.
Yeah, a few of those like they don't interest me enough to like devote the time to
it. Watch Mandy.
Okay.
That movie's insane.
I got a couple days left. I was gonna watch
It's just Nick Cage.
The one thing I wanted to watch the most was the one where they're debunking.
Okay.
Debunking cursed movie myths.
Do you just mean the show Mythbusters?
Yes. So it's like it's called Cursed Films, and it was just like the Poltergeist curse, and all the different films were just like the entire making of the film was just cursed, and like all the things that fucked up.
And they just like actually do research.
Yeah, I mean it's Shudder, so
yeah,
10 minutes of research. The only thing that made me mad is like it's 100% where like they made one episode last year. And then they're like, oh shit, we got to make more of these. And they made like 4 episodes. And that's it. And so like
5 episodes, man. That's just like a British 2-series run. I've seen Sherlock.
I want more like Netflix quality of, hey, you like Nail It? You got 6 more episodes.
Yeah,
Nailed It is just a dream.
See you in 2 months when we make 6. We put 6 more on here, so you keep that. We'll keep your $15. And HBO Max is a nightmare right now. Because
surprise me.
I mean, they just started, and like we thought we were going to get upgraded to HBO Max because Charlie bought us HBO, but we did not. So I had to cancel HBO.
Wait, what?
A few months ago.
Isn't Charlie a baby?
Yeah. So you know how they have that thing where you have to enter a PIN to verify. Yeah. Well, someone didn't do that, and Sesame Street is on HBO, and somebody want to watch Sesame Street, and so they bought HBO to watch Sesame Street.
Hilarious. Thank you.
What do you want? So now there's a lock on it, but we have HBO until next month.
I think as far as streaming stuff goes, the other big news is really Star Wars: The Clone Wars finished running.
Yeah,
it finished its run on, I guess, Disney streaming services. I think it also went to Netflix as like the end of that deal. But so that's now been finished, which is currently probably considered just the best piece of Star Wars media being put out. Like if you just compare the quality of the TV show versus the films lately, people are like, "Don't just shut the hell up." And then Avatar hit Netflix, and that's just currently rank 1 just across the website.
Abaddon.
The last Abaddon.
Sci-Fi started playing the Harley Quinn show that was on DC's. I don't remember the name of their streaming. DC Unlimited. Oh man, that show is wild. It's
is that the super adult one?
Yes. But they're just like dropping F-bombs and like
it's very strange.
And like Kyle's like, we can see what you're doing, you jerk ass. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Damn it.
bitch.
All right, well,
it's gone.
That is not what it, that is not what it looked like you were doing. Here, I'm gonna show you in my glasses what it looked like. You were just like, hold on. You were like,
I could guess what you thought I was doing. Wait, did you just blow a little puff of smoke?
No, something smoke puffed. Joe, you doing ciggies again?
That's what it looked like.
What are you lighting on fire? Oh, he's got a candle as well.
Are we just doing this? I'd like to introduce you to balsam and cedar, aka Christmas trees and not Christmas time. The candle.
Oh, you got Yankee? I got Walmart brand cranberry mandarin.
Fucking leather and embers.
Oh, dude, I have one like that at my house. Yeah,
you just don't have Christmas tree candles. Get the fuck out.
No, dude, you gotta fucks with this leather and embers.
Dude, I buy several when they're like, oh, Christmas pine tree candle. I just buy like 3 of those and just cook them through the year.
You gotta buy the Midsummer Rain or the Midsummer Rain or whatever it is. I don't remember the one.
Oh,
tree.
I'm sorry. Did you say Midsummer?
Oh no, Joey, you want to talk about horror movies?
Joey, have you watched Midsummer?
No.
I highly recommend Midsummer. Very, very good film.
Okay.
I had no expectation. It was like pretty blown away by how well made this film is.
I'll have to check it out.
The sense of dread that you feel throughout that film is actually incredible.
Yeah. What was it? We were talking about the Vavitch.
Great movie.
People haven't watched. Yeah.
Joey, did you know that The Witch was filmed without lighting?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that movie is filmed completely with natural lighting, because the director wanted it to feel more authentic.
The golden hour.
Yeah, so like they just use completely natural lighting for every scene. That's why that movie's dark as fuck too.
Yeah. The other thing is that the father's voice legitimately sounds like that. There is no audio shifting or bass being added to that man's voice. That man's like insanely deep, like just super rugged voice. That's just that actor's voice. You just look him up, and that's just what that dude sounds like.
Yeah, dude. First off, big ups to fucking Ian down in the corner there.
Eli, what are you doing? Hey, puppy.
My dog doesn't want to come in here. He's like, I'm gonna just shit in the store somewhere.
Are we gonna take a look at Eli? He always looks sad. Look at Eli.
He's like, don't point that thing at me.
Hey, bud.
He's just perfectly far enough away that this isn't really a good scratch.
Let me get that Nintendo floor mat thing.
Ah, man, that's mine. That's bad.
Let me trade you for it.
Ooh, all right. We'll start the bids.
I'll let you have a peek at my OnlyFans.
Ooh,
mine's right there.
I got.
Thank you.
You showed us the small one. Joey.
No.
Need a haircut so bad.
I got this one.
I do too. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, it's the SR2 though.
Hey!
Hey, oh, I'm gonna cover the dust. There you go. All right.
Man, I don't think I have anything Mass Effect in my immediate reach.
This is like really the only Mass Effect thing I own.
I got this Gators scarf.
I use a Big Dumb Gators mask whenever I have to go to stores.
The only thing really in my reach is the largest, heaviest action figure.
I just sold one.
I don't know. I've seen Kyle's or Joey's Big Dumb Galactus last time. Just for
is that an action figure? You could actually play with this. The Galactus, like, you'd have to wrestle with.
Yeah, he does stuff.
You're like, that's the size of like a full-grown fetus.
I thought a full-grown fetus is just a person. I legitimately worried about old Kane Marco falling and like killing my cat. This thing weighs like 15 pounds.
Check his feet. Is there room to hollow out his feet?
Yeah, I mean,
you can hollow out. You can hollow out. Boys. Ooh, if you want, you can hollow out his feet and drop some industrial magnets in there.
He's got some real fucking jiggle.
He's about to roll. He's about to roll that angle.
Dude. He's too bulky.
Rolls in, and you sprain it. Rolls out, you broke that fucking foot.
I was just like, you could just damn. All right, start tipping now.
A
private show starts in 10 minutes.
Did you know that Kane Marco's super thick?
I was gonna say you can put some drill out his feet, put some industrial magnets in there, and then get a metal plate, and then
stick them down. Yeah,
but like that doesn't always work. All right, a couple more news things, and I guess we can get out of here. Trackmania is switching to an annual subscription model with a free-to-play version. I know you guys don't really care about Trackmania, but that's the thing.
Is that the one where you can full customize it and
just
do those like auto run maps?
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's probably a pretty good model for that. I don't think a lot of people are doing that for like time trial shit. I only ever see content produced with it that are fun maps.
Yeah, I mean the auto driving levels are the best.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Shit, I lost it. I literally lost the other thing I had. It was about World of Warcraft Shadowlands update. That's right. June 9th. June 9th, they're going to reveal some Shadowlands update. So, and then like I said...
Swag.
Apparently a new Star Wars game's coming out. It's going to get talked about in June. Early June.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do more stuff with Fallen Order? Whatever the other one was.
I mean, the you talking about just the most recent just single player one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean... I think I personally didn't play it. I got enough review from the two of you guys to know that it didn't seem like something I'd enjoy.
I think it would be a fine quarantine game.
Probably.
You could just sit there and play it and just like, well, that was the thing I did.
World of Warcraft just exists. It's like it's real difficult to play stuff that isn't World of Warcraft. I think otherwise, the other thing I did, we may have talked about last time, is I finished up Halo 2 on Insanity, which... I don't know if I was dumb as when I was younger, but like that just wasn't super awful difficult. There's just very easy ways of working through that. There was a very short time where I considered like maybe I'll make like a video series and record this gameplay through like because I have a capture card that works HDMI, and then I was like, oh, that's right, this game is like a decade and a half old and no one cares.
Hey, one of the Giant Bomb, one of my favorite web channels, their biggest video is still to the day. The how to get all the legendary, what are they called in Skyrim? The Daedric weapons?
Yeah.
The 10
the Dremora.
The 10 Daedric, like where you get the Wabberjack and the other one.
Yeah, they're the Dremora, the Dremora artifacts.
Yeah, that's their biggest video is how to get all 10 of those.
That came out when the game came out though. Right,
but you would think that since then, like if something would have outpaced it. No.
Yeah, that's right.
But like it's still like they still get regular views on that.
Hey man, one of those you got to eat a person for.
Yeah. Just get one of those guards who mouths off to you.
The Wabberjack! The voice actor that voices Sheol Gorath in both Elder Scrolls 4 and 5 is a pretty prolific voice actor for World of Warcraft. And I hear that man's voice all the time, and all I can think is it's just Sheol Gorath as a gnome. Like for this most recent expansion, the Battle for Azeroth, who would have plugged, there's just been a couple very recognizable voice actors who have just been doing voice work for it. And so because of that, you're just hearing other characters in situations. I think Kyle spoke about it where this is just Robin from Teen Titans. It's just here as a gnome. So yeah, there's a lot of that, but yeah, Shadowlands seems like it's going to be pretty hype. I think the biggest thing for Shadowlands, for anyone that's unaware, is that the current level cap for World of Warcraft is 120, and they're putting it back to 60, which is what it was at vanilla. So most likely the thing they're going to talk about is how they're going to do that. In terms of like numbers and stats is my guess.
You all go to 40.
I hope not. I would just assume...
They're going to squash 120s to 50, for sure.
And then you think then 60 is just going to be the cap? Yeah.
Undoubtedly. I am 100% sure that's what's going to happen.
I'm worried that, first off, sick flexing. Secondly, I'm worried that they're... What was the... Terry Crews Old Spice commercials? Do you remember the website where you like do all his muscles? Oh my god.
Explosions!
That's so good. The thing that makes me worried, I guess, is if they're going to squash level when it comes to old content, are they then going to bump content back up and then like resync old raids and stuff?
There's already information about that.
Oh really? Okay, well, never mind me.
Wesley's trying to say live a spoiler-free life, Kyle.
Yeah.
don't be on a video game podcast.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I got my free PS4 game spoiled for me.
Well,
I don't
when
own
are
a
you
PS4.
gonna get it? Yeah, I was like, didn't Wesley sell his PS4?
I did. It was Kyle's PS4, and then it was my PS4, and then now it's someone else's PS4.
Are they playing that PS4?
I don't know. Probably.
Probably not.
I don't know.
They just live with their girlfriend, so no.
Well, we can talk off camera about that then.
Ooh.
I ain't trying to put anybody else's business out there.
Hit him with the old. I'll see you in 2 Tuesdays. That's my bi-monthly trip back to Gainesville.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't really see anything else we're talking about. I mean, we can just bullshit some more, but you know.
I mean, yeah, kind of like I said, I feel like right now video game news is kind of slow.
I mean, there was the Neo Geo Samurai Showdown collection.
I mean, like, I think just like Unreal 5 is still just the thing that I'm most excited about. Like,
Yeah.
I get real grumpy. We talked about that 2 weeks ago, where it was like, or did we talk about that 2 weeks ago, where they unveiled Unreal 5, and then all the PS fanboys came out and were like, "Look at this shit on the fucking PS5," and then
it's just
like,
gonna look the same on Xbox.
like it's a fucking that's what the tech looks like on it's gonna look like on a PC.
It's not exclusively a PlayStation apparatus. Like
it's fucking.
Oh,
everything.
did you see that that Sony copyright struck themselves yesterday?
No.
Yeah, hold on. I'll talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Rhode Island, not a road nor an island.
So
heads, Rhode Island. Tails, Cockapoo Shire.
See, quote for everything. I got these Texas Instruments.
Ooh, I've been playing with a name stamp I got in Japan. That's just what I've been doing.
Does it have your name?
Yep.
So it has the movie Your Name on it.
Yeah, Kimi no Nawa.
So
you probably hear my cat meowing.
Yeah, I thought it was a squeaky chair.
So it was
Forgot to shut my door.
Me too.
Yeah, so Sony DMCA copyright struck their own property in a Last of Us Part 2 trailer.
Yeah, I saw that. They dumb.
You definitely said you didn't see that? Jeez.
I didn't see. I know what it was, but I saw that there was a thing with the.
That's funny.
I saw where Guinness has. Where they accidentally turned their thing up too hard, and they were copyright striking all the speedrunners.
Yeah, like heavily with like Mario, the original Super Mario Bros. On the NES.
Yeah, it was just like a ton. Like I think it was anything that said like world record attempt or anything like.
Yeah, which is insane because they just don't hold copyrights on those or registers. Like the only thing they have registered is like Guinness Book of World Records.
Right. I think they said that it was the script was wrong and set like to be too aggressive.
Well, like hundreds of people are just out of money now because of YouTube's broken system.
It was like a day and a half.
I don't know, man. If someone put out a new world record and like it gets copyright claimed, and there you go, you just lost money. Like,
yeah,
it just still comes across as big corporations pissing on individual people.
Well,
but that's a different argument. Yeah,
better to be pissed off than pissed on, unless you're the guy in the.
Unless you're Brett Michaels throwing pee onto Vince McMahon. For the record,
Brett Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, Brett Michaels be the lead singer of Poison?
I think he's
Whitesnake?
I think he peed on some people. I'm gonna be confident to say Brett Michaels probably peed on somebody.
I will legitimately say the first time I've ever heard that phrase, pissed off rather than pissed on, is Shawn Michaels.
Robin Hood Midnights.
Never seen it. Is Shawn Michaels throwing piss on Vince McMahon in the middle of wrestling ring when I was a child? 24.
Was somebody kissing Vince McMahon's ass, like physically?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
he wanted to like
that was just a thing that
happened.
If you ever so that might have been during the greatest the greatest rivalry of all time when Vince was beefing with Shawn Michaels, and they had a thing where Vince called Shawn Michaels' faith into question. And then, look at that! You see the cat just getting in there.
Yeah. It's just under me.
And then Vince decided that he was going to book a match against. The match was Vince McMahon versus the Christian God. And then the Christian God was
didn't show up.
No, he did. He was played by a single beam of light that was walked down the aisle. That's just a real thing. Like, look it up. Very, very good.
I'm appalled and flabbergasted. Rick from Rick and Morty fought Zeus.
Do what?
Rick from Rick and Morty fought Zeus in a recent episode.
Just put this hammer way up your butt, Morty.
And he 100% said, and they're like, isn't this going to cause problems? Like, no, it's Zeus. It's fine. It's not the god. It's a god.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
No one's going to say anything. And I was like, well, that is true.
You did get him.
All right. I guess that's it. I mean, like, unless you guys got something else you want to talk about, you talk about $849 Wii consoles, because I just got an email from Amazon about that.
$849?
Is anything jumping real hard in price video game wise?
A copy of Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is now $100.
Jesus. Yeah, Nintendo, GameCube's really kind of hit that point where it's...
I just marked up Tony Hawk 1 on the PS1 up to 20. Put Tony Hawk 2 up to 25.
Really?
WWE No Mercy on the N64 is $45 now. It was
Shut the fuck up.
It was $15 like 3 weeks ago when I sold it.
Jesus.
What else is ridiculous? I mean, I can tell you a couple.
PlayStation 2 games just keep going up. I'm just still making money. Haunting Ground CIB is $240.
Yeah, that's true.
It's disgusting.
Don't look up Kuon.
That and Real Rose are also disgusting.
Kuon's
just not good.
NBA Street Volume 2 is like $35. Let's see. I'm trying to look for other ones that let's go from high to
Okay.
low.
Do you see the bump in Kuon that it jumped $40 in the last month? I legitimately believe that's because a very popular Twitch streamer played it on stream, and the first thing their title is from software.
Oh, From Software, yeah.
Yeah, From Software, a horror game on PS2, right? The game's terrible, but
Final Fantasy VII Black Label is back up to $40.
No.
Yeah, $500 Kuon, $500 Rule of Rose. Let's see.
Jerry, you want to buy my Kuon and Rule of Rose?
Yeah, I gotta get past those to get to the other ones.
14 still up there.
Blood Will Tell is up there.
I bought a fake copy of that because I was like, I'm done buying expensive PS2 games.
Still in the new ones.
But yeah, I don't know. Video games are just still climbing, but there's now so many people in the secondhand video game market that
Suikoden 2, $270, Haunting Grounds, $270, Dot Hack 4 is $250, Quarantine is $250. That's the 4. Yeah. That's a brand new copy.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's still all on the rise, but it's now such a common thing for people to try and make deals on video game stuff that
Persona 2, $250.
Is it worth it?
None of it's worth it. None of this stuff's worth anything. I understand pre-owned Futurama's $200. There you go.
Let me get that booklet.
Poor Wesley. Oh, here you go, Kyle. A brand new copy of Budokai Tenkaichi 3, $200.
New as in sealed?
It says it's new. Obscure, just the disc and the manual, $180.
Why?
Hey, wait! I have that game.
I don't know. Better sell it.
So you don't buy it?
No, I'm good. After that, it's just a bunch of nonsense that I don't feel like dealing with. I mean, granted, you're looking at single item spikes, but the items are up there. They're out there. That's just me looking at PS2.
Yeah.
people with an extra $1,200 with nothing better to spend it on, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, and it makes it really hard to do my job. Like, it's hard to keep up with the prices, you know. Magic cards are kind of doing some of the same stuff too.
Dude, don't even start on Magic. Magic is just so bad right now. Like,
oh, I mean, that's something we could talk about if you want to talk about that.
Kyle, do we have consensus to bitch on Magic for a while?
I mean, like, I don't want to bitch for a while, but I'll just tell you what the drama is, and then we'll get out of here. So,
Sure. Okay.
A player who was qualified for the Pro Tour.
Mm-hmm.
The Pro Tour has gone all digital for the rest of the year. There's no more going anywhere. You're gonna play at a computer at your house on the digital platform. So they got a tip from another pro player who's on a higher tier professional league. They Magic the Gathering has some sponsored players for what's called the Magic Pro League and Twitch Rivals, right? So they got a tip saying, hey, we know that the events are going to change format, and Wizards of the Coast isn't going to announce the format change for 3 or 4 weeks from now. And so this person came out and said, hey, someone just tipped me off that this is coming out, the format change is coming out. Then they got they got an email from Wizards of the Coast saying, hey, we're reaching out to let you know that you broadcast some data, some information that's under a non-disclosure agreement. You know, we know you're not under this non-disclosure agreement, but we need to know where you got the information from. Please kindly reveal your sources to us or face the consequences. And so the guy's like, I'm not gonna reveal the sources, you know. And so, you know, he made some jokes about, like, you know, the Pro Tour being dead and, you know, all this sort of stuff. And so then they came out like 2 days later and they're like, yeah, they kicked him off the Pro Tour. Like, he's not allowed to go to do the Pro Tour, and he has like basically an indefinite ban now from playing Magic at any kind of level, other than casually at his house.
I mean, Wizards is only in their right to do that, but yeah.
Right, but the thing here in the argument is that, like, if you tell these pros that they are going to have you've given them an advantage of knowing what the new format is going to be before it's announced, and then they have extra time to practice for that format. And, you know, there's a lot of arguments on both sides of it, but that's still, even if it doesn't have that big of an impact on the actual competitive nature, it still sends a bad signal, you know? Favoritism, or just the fact that they could conceivably have some kind of extra testing time, even if it's just like poorly used, you know, like extra matches. If you're playing standard and draft and you know that extra matches in standard or draft, you can get those reps in there. You got those reps in there, and there's nothing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to you're facing an uphill battle trying to argue that giving someone else more time than you gave another person is fair. You know, and then by, you know, giving a person a lifetime ban for exposing that just puts you doubly in the wrong. You know, for not withholding a non-disclosure agreement that they're not beholden to. You know, and, you know, the sad thing is, like, there's a lot of pros who are taking a lot of flack for it, you know, and that's not their decision or anything they have any control over, you know. And, you know, it all falls down to bad PR and bad marketing and bad handling of this whole issue. And then people just being mad that, like, there's no actual Pro Tour because of the quarantines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that a lot of these people who they played for years for the the opportunity to travel the world, even if the world means going to Florida to San Antonio, or San Antonio to San Diego, or San Diego to New York, or, you know, Mexico City, or maybe Japan or Australia, you know. But they did get that opportunity to go see the world in a competitive atmosphere and play against the best players in the world. And now you're just going to play against them on a computer screen? Like, you know, big whoop, right? You don't get to meet them. You don't get to talk to them, right? You don't get to network. You know, you're just some schmub on the other end of the keyboard, you know? So, but I mean, that's the big Magic drama. That, and then them just dropping a ton of premium product
I mean that's more the issue that I have with them rather than
the fact that they've come out and said so you can't put it on Wizards because they won't come out and say it, but they have a person who's authorized to speak on their issues, but not on their behalf, who basically came and said they announced a new product called Double Masters, and it's basically a $300 box.
After saying there would be no more master sets.
After saying there'd be no more master sets, and then this set also has this premium set has a premium version of itself, where it's like $100,
like different
$150 pack is what it's looking to be, or it could be $130 for 4 packs. We're not sure yet. That's how, and like this is stuff I got to order this week, and I don't know shit about. And it's a $300 box, right? And we've seen 4 cards.
And it literally works because. Unfortunately, it's just targeting whales, and like you know people who will buy those, which is the shittiest part, right? Because like then you're like, cool, I'm just like. Eh.
I mean, that's the problem is it doesn't just target whales because of the. How do I put this? I can't, I don't want to be caught as a game store saying gambling, but the chance that a player of mine who does very well at F&M for whatever reason. Opens a pack and then opens, let's say, $500, right? They could very much be very well set on whatever they want to buy for Magic cards in the next few months or the next year, even if they were to open one of those $500 cards and trade it to the right persons or stores, right? And sometimes that's what's happening is that people are opening packs in the hopes of opening their wildest dreams to trade away for value. So it's more than just the whales.
That's ridiculous. But like that's not even like my biggest issue with the company right now. My problem is the amount of research and development that's going into card production. Card production quality, like the quality control over like sets have just dramatically, basically since from the Vault Angels. The card quality of like the printing stock itself has just become worse.
Do I have some? Like these are, I don't know if you can see it, but this is it doesn't really show, but this is a recent card that's kind of full, but you can start to see it's already starting to bend after like 3 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then on top of all of that, a card being banned in Vintage is for the reason that they stated, that was 60% or more of the format was playing this new card. And because of that, they decided to limit its use entirely, even though that set is completely predicated upon the Power 9. Like literally in top 32, it's 100% of decks play some amount of Power 9. So if your argument is that this card exists too much in too many decks in a format that allows the most powerful cards in existence, and you're just going to take that away from them, like it just doesn't make any sense. And then also you're in the light of that, you're going to print even more premium sets. Like where's the jurisdiction that like allows, like not jurisdiction, but like where's I just don't understand like how you can negotiate that like as a player. Like I just don't get like how you can be like, oh yeah, the product that I'm buying is completely valuable despite like every 2 months the Oko comes out and gets banned.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, they're definitely having a problem with like they're trying to push the boundaries and they push too hard and too far, you know?
Well, I mean like that was the problem. Like remember back in like Gatecrash, Dragon's Maze days, like when the power creep had almost completely stopped. Like the cards that were being printed, like basically a set would come out and nothing would make its way into Modern. Just nothing. Like Voice of Resurgence happened and then they reprinted Shocklands. You know what I mean? Like it just became like Vandal Blast is like a one of in like some sideboards and stuff. It just became like such a situation where they understood that they were going to start losing their quote unquote bread and butter customers, which I don't even think make up that big a percentage of.
So like that's one of the arguments they're having now is that like Wizards is chasing whales for one. You know what I'm saying? People who have more money to spend on Magic, on premium products, and two, like, you know, they're like the lack of players playing in stores right now is kind of revealing that one of the things like a lot of shop owners have known for a long time is there's a deeply lying underserved casual market. You know, people who don't play in stores, people who just there's just some people who just open packs to look at the cards.
Absolutely.
You know, that's all they do.
That's why Magic cards exist.
Exactly.
That's why Magic cards exist in Walmart. There's just no chance that. There's no way that your competitive grinders, like the whales, the quote-unquote bread and butter of Magic, those people aren't buying packs.
There are some whales at Walmart. There are some. There are some.
I mean, like we know a couple that, you know, due to circumstances, like Walmart's the better option.
Yeah.
But
nobody's going to question you spending $40 at Walmart, but they'll question you spending $40 at a game store.
Yeah. But you know, like the majority of like grinders are going to be spending their money at their LGS.
Right, and grinders aren't the ones who make you money. Both as a store and both as Wizards of the Coast.
And I think the reason why Wizards double backed on their No More Master sets is because they realized that there's such an insane amount of money in Modern. There's so much money in decks in Modern now.
and Pioneer and like...
I mean, not even that stuff, but like Modern has just steadily increased. Like the average price of Modern decks has been up. Like Jund was always high, but now there's just several decks that are just Jund level cost.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's because like there's like... They're constantly doing the thing where, like, we got to print these Modern cards to get the price of Modern down. But then they print the cards, and more people start playing Modern, and more people collect the cards, and then the price of Modern just keeps stacking because everything becomes more and more
expensive. So they realize, okay, well, this is just a place we can keep printing and keep making money on. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why they just doubled down and went back to printing Masters sets, because, like, well, we can just jump. So messing with the meta of, like, trying to build the standard meta and then still just make it just buttloads of money.
I can hit you with the one thing that one of my customers loves to hit me with, which is like a master set specifically, aside from the draft environment, is basically zero R&D money.
Yeah.
It's all reprints.
Yeah.
You only have to commission so much new art. Your packaging and your printing and all those things are known costs, so they're not going to, like, you know, whatever. And then you could just put, like, so you, like, it's basically going to be, it's less than a standard set to produce, right? As far as R&D costs and everything like that. And then you're charging stores more to make sure that the stores get that premium price as well.
Mm-hmm. Additionally, the aforementioned the value of the card stock has gone down. So
the quality's down a little bit.
They're even cutting costs when it comes to the card stock and the printing.
I think some of that is just like them.
I'm sure that's marginal. Like
but it's definitely, well, I mean, like, you know, if you can get the cost down of one sheet over 1 million sheets, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, but like some of that, I've heard them in the past attribute some of that to like the different vendors, where, you know, the vendors, it's an issue at the vendor level,
Japanese
you know,
printing, like the quality kind of went back up. Everyone talked about that, but like it's still gone back to declining. But they're still in Japan doing printing, right? Like,
Ikoria, all the Ikoria I've gotten from booster packs, like booster packs, is printed in Japan,
right?
And it freaks my customers out because the rares are in a different order.
Do they also have that like gloss stock?
They do. They also have the more subtle foiling, and then the cards feel a little bit different. But...
Which is weird, right? Because you'd think there'd be more standardization in this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird that they even pack the cards backwards, right? Like, that's just that's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
It just means you can flip it or rip it for longer before you ruin something good.
Yeah. But
that's that torn Mana Crypt picture you sent.
Oh,
sleeve playable.
Is it still up on TCG Player?
I don't know, but dear God, when you sent that, I realized that we've actually all gone crazy.
That's just the shark. That's the shark being jumped.
That's it. Someone's selling us ripped Mana Crypt for $400. Is that card $400?
No, it was $150.
Yeah. Let me look.
Do I need to sell Get Wrong? Joe, you buying cards?
I'm always buying.
No cash.
Oh,
I actually will pay cash, but I tell people like I'm real picky when it comes to cash. It's not in this listing. Not in this listing.
I don't know. Yeah, Magic just feels like it's in a rough spot.
Not in this listing.
It's funny because now Wizards is also just making way more money on D&D.
Yay!
They're just printing so many books. It's so popular now.
Well, they just pushed the Theros book back to July, so.
I mean, yeah, but Theros is a supplementary set, right? But like in terms of just like printing like starter sets and stuff, like that just seems like it's just way more common to find in stores now. I feel like there's just actual.
I sent you that Walmart picture, right? Where it was
like it's just walls of the thing.
Yeah. Did you see?
Don't worry, Joey. I still got that those nice books. It's in this pile. Yeah.
I've seen some scuttlebutt rumors that they might do a 5.5.
Ooh.
Or maybe they just rehash 5 and keep calling it 5 and just like make no big changes, you know?
Yeah, maybe they just print supplementary stuff into hard books.
Yeah, maybe. Because someone was just saying that like 5 is starting to feel kind of long, and it feels like time for like them to spice it up a little.
It just feels like that's what the supplementary sets are for. But I don't know. I haven't been playing D&D long enough to really comment on the changing of it. But
there's also, the fact that everyone's bored out of their minds and they have nothing better to think about than what if, you know?
I mean, whenever Wizards decides to start putting money towards like their own in-house online D&D format, just like buy out D&D Beyond and shit, like that's horrifying. Right? Like that just seems like the right move probably, but
I don't know. I'm not opposed to them fixing some of the problems. Like if like when they want me to charge full price for a book,
yeah, I mean,
and then
don't even start on them undercutting stores.
Yeah, and stuff like that, and then like the current promotion they have right now is if you buy the book from me, if you pre-order the book from me and buy the book, then buy the book from me, I can give you a code for 50% off the book on Beyond. So like,
do you want this in a Control-F-able format? Like,
well, that's the thing is like, do I want to give you a code to go to somewhere that's not me to buy things?
Right, like. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Wizards it's very interesting how they're handling situations currently. Obviously, these are different departments under a same roof that aren't. I can't imagine there's a huge amount of crossover until you get to the very like highest parts of the system. You have a crossover between like D&D and Wizards people or and Magic people, but it's interesting that they both seem to be doing these. Like we're just trying to print a lot of money right now, which I get. I mean, that's what a company's function. A company's job is to make money. That's how that works, but it seems like they're going about it the wrong way, and it's. I haven't seen a lot of people praising them lately. Every piece of thing I've heard has just been criticism. So it's just like the coolest thing everyone liked was like they had the Godzilla crossover for like Ikora, right? That was sweet, but that's just a way to sell packs, right? It's just that gambling, like ooh, they're in the normal packs. I don't have to buy a premium product to get special stuff. Like it's.
Big in Japan and big in America.
Yep. Like Wizards is trying to expand into Japan also. Like, I mean, there's a couple. Like Japan doesn't have many local game stores, right? Like it's
right.
There's like 5 regional ones, and like obviously the biggest one is Hareruya, right? Which I think is in like Tokyo. So it makes sense that they're trying to produce product that's getting bigger in Japan. Hence, Japan gets custom art. Japan gets like that's insane. Like no other set has had language specific art.
Yeah,
that's tied to standard product, I should say, because just the Japanese boosters have alternate art.
Yeah,
like that's just been unheard of, right? Like I'm not.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird thing where they were making that big push, like like, and they got all these profound Japanese art,
just very well known, prolific,
renowned. There you go. Thank you. Yeah,
those are good words.
They're like we got all these Japanese artists across anime, manga, video games, everything to produce product. And like it's sold big here too because they know about the crossover between that culture and just American nerd culture in general.
Right, but it's there are certain things that are cool, but Because then again, like some of those were like reprint cards. Like some of the Planeswalkers just got reprinted with different art, and then you have the same thing where like you're not losing money on R&D, you're just getting new art and just making more money.
Yeah. So, don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. The secret layers are coming. Don't worry.
Dude, I might pick up one of those layers. I don't remember which one I liked. I think it was the tattoo ones.
Oh, the tattoo ones are sweet.
Yeah. Pooping in the woods, though, not even pooping. It's just like her face on a flower. How long do you think people already have tattoos of this art?
No, but I know that there's someone's gonna like.
Someone's gonna, but I wonder how quickly. Quick, Joe, get it on them internet points. Put it next to your big dumb cross.
On the back, maybe.
Ooh, right between the shoulder blades.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, look, I can make her blink.
All right. I'm gonna call it a night of that, boys. We ran a little long, but I mean, this is plus bullshitting. So
it's nice talking to you guys.
Yeah. No Alp, so I can't say when we'll do another episode.
I'm always here.
I like to try to do one every 2 weeks, so like
I'll leave you on a cliffhanger because next time we can talk about my hair problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting real close to the point where I think I might need to shave my head just to see what that life is like while I still have a chance.
What? I think once you go there, you're probably at the point not going back. You're like, you're gonna have when it's gonna go back, and you're just gonna have the island.
It's all going.
Yeah, I'm worried about you, buddy.
I'm worried about you.
It's all going. It's just been a facet of my self-identity since I was a child. Just being the one that sticks out in everything I've ever done.
The tall redhead guy?
Dude, just red hair. Like, now that's just gonna go.
Do you want me to get you some Just for Men black? You can do black. Just leave me a little bit so I can get the gray.
Stop it from falling out? Like, what?
Touch of gray.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, but it's mostly salt now.
It's actually just pepper, white pepper.
Don't worry about it, bud. I've got fucking years of being bald on you, and it's not a big deal.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. I think if he like shaves it now, that there's no coming back. He's just gonna have to accept it. That's what I'm saying. Like
the only people who the only people who care about it are girls that you want to fuck.
Your barber, he cares.
Yeah, you see the problem, Kyle? What the fuck?
We'll get you a merkin. He'll be fine.
Oh, there you go. I can cut it all off now and turn it into a wig and kind of get everything else to match.
Why is it all blurry? I mean, like, we'll get you a toupee.
Is it a merkin a pubic toupee?
Yeah, that's why I was just...
All right.
Who needs that?
Me, when I want to have a fucking banging 70s bush in that porno I'm shooting next weekend.
It's just like, do you think that there's actually just like an alopecia patient or like a cancer recovery patient who's just like, man, I just miss having a sick bush?
I'm pretty sure it existed in a time when they're like, we want to see the shaft, but not a lot.
There you go.
Just show us the head.
I'm here for the turtle in the bush.
Yeah.
You just hit him with that Japanese pornography where it's so hairy you don't have to censor anything. You're just saving money on post edits.
See, we're almost out of here. Now I want to talk about this. So I got Showtime as well as part of a pre-trial. Showtime still has late night pornography.
And that's why we got a code.
I'd probably check that out just for like the nostalgia of it.
So whoa. Let me just stop you there. Let me just stop you there, Kyle. Because like I was watching, I was like, man, this is like really like. I was like, this is like almost porn, and I was like, this is really weird. I was like, let me look into this, and so I'm not 100% sure because I only want to look into it so much. But from what I want to
look into it,
from what I gathered from my
don't let me make that joke. What the fuck?
Let me look at my shit brown.
Show is this?
Let me get a brown eye. Yeah. Let me get a brown eye on this. From I got a one-eyed detective on it. Anyway. From my limited research that I was willing to do of looking up the names of these Showtime shows, I under the impression that they buy.
Impression that I get.
They have Adam and Eve, you know that company. They take their DVDs and trim them down.
They'll send you a free gift.
They cut out all the porn and just give you the bad acting.
No, they give you the no penetration shots.
Oh. You're like, that's great. That lady's just filled with jizz now. What happened?
The stuff I can't get off to.
Right. Well, so And then they also renamed them.
Fucking baby in the world. Oh, God,
and so like I was like, well, do they shoot them? I was like, they must shoot them with like, okay, this is 2 titles. This is title A, title B. Title A is the real hardcore. Title B, you can't say whatever or whoever. Like we're playing.
Do you think you need to watch 1 through 7 to understand the plot of number 8?
Probably got to. Gotta know time.
You're really lowballing it. There were like titles that were in like the 400s. Like Homegrown Video, when I was working at the porn store, Homegrown Video was up to like 900 and something.
I'm a porno dealing monster.
I got 50 guy. I found 50 guy cream pie in the stuff while I was cleaning the store.
Gross.
Yeah.
This is awful. Wow.
Like just think about that like logistically. Like
this is you're just dipping into that.
I mean, it could be.
There's no friction left.
Yeah. Do you just bag it and then like turn the bag, just like Go-Gurt tube it down? You're like, I'm out. Like I'm done. Just all right. Like
maybe you're dude 1.
Okay, I might be being on dude 1.
All right. So maybe let's say in 2 weeks. I wish I
Nice second.
Really went off the rails at the end.
2 weeks. Questions at podcast@goldensaucer.net. I really need to fix that email because it shows up late if they do show up. Obviously, we appreciate everybody watching.
That's why we say 2 weeks.
Yeah. What's the show? Say bye, Wesley.
Bye, Wesley.
Nice.